MusicNomad Premium Guitar Care Kit gives you all the essential products you need to give your electric, acoustic, or bass guitar the ultimate guitar care spa treatment. MusicNomad's Guitar One is a water-based, super safe cleaner, polish, and wax that revolutionized guitar cleaning when it came out in 2010. Let me show you how to use Guitar One. The first thing I'm going to do is remove all the dust from the guitar using my Nomad tool brush. The dust is what will actually scratch the finish. It's not the cleaner or the cloth. So I'm going to go ahead and clean off all of my dust. Like so. And once I am confident that I have all that cleaned off, I will take my clean microfiber cloth and spray some Guitar One onto the cloth. And I will take that and rub that on the finish, taking off any grime and giving it a chance for the wax to work. Then I will come back through with a clean part of the cloth, give it a nice buff. And I have a beautiful shiny black finish. This is also safe to use anywhere on the pick guard, like so, in between your pickups. You can even use it on the tops of your pickups, your pickup covers, anywhere on the front of the instrument, or back or neck, where you have any kind of grime or dirt. So I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning off the finish of this Les Paul. It's a nitrocellulose lacquer. Has some nice checking. The really nice thing about the Guitar One is that it leaves behind a protective wax coating on the finish so that your sweat, hand grime, arm grime rests on the wax coating rather than permeating or penetrating into the finish. So now once you have your protective wax coating on the guitar, whenever dust settles on the instrument, it's actually sitting on the wax, not on the lacquer. So whenever you go to wipe that off, you're not going to scratch your finish. It's just going to gently be lifted off of the wax, and it protects your guitar in that way as well. So the Guitar One is great for cleaning your hardware as well as your finish. So right now I'm cleaning the tailpiece, and it's cleaning off a lot of that haze. Having a little bit of polish in it enables me to really get this hardware shiny. So now I'll come in here and clean the knobs, just give them a quick wipe. So now I'm cleaning the pick guard. This is safe for any plastics on your guitar. The Guitar One is great for cleaning your acoustic guitar, such as Martin, Taylor, Gibson, Breedlove. So now I'll go ahead and turn the guitar over and clean the back. So you can spray the product directly onto the guitar. Just make sure that you don't spray too much so you get a bunch of overspray. Just a couple of small spritzes like that. You can come in, wipe it around. Just cleaning off all the grime, leaving the wax on the surface, making a black guitar look like black glass. It looks beautiful. And I can come back in with a clean part of the cloth and buff it off. And this is safe for use on, Gibson, Fender, Paul Reed Smith, Sir, Collings, you name it. This is going to work really well on any guitar's finish. So now I'll go ahead and clean off the back of the neck. I'm going to go ahead and dust that down, make sure that the finish is free of any dust. The Guitar One really works well on the back of the neck where you have that tendency to have hand grime that makes the neck feel sticky or makes your playing a little bit less fast up and down the neck. So I put my Guitar One right on the cloth, wipe down the neck, and then I'll come to a clean part of the cloth and give it a buff. And now that is a beautiful glossy black finish. So now I'm going to clean my peg head here, come around the edge of the headstock, along the side here. I can clean my tuners. Just take the cloth where it has the one on it and just wipe the tuner buttons. You can kind of beautiful shiny black finish. I'm going to show you how to use the Pro Strength guitar polish. When you're using this polish, there's a few things that you want to remember. You want to have a clean, dust-free surface. You're going to need to have a low pile microfiber cloth and a higher pile microfiber cloth. You're going to apply the polish in sections, so you'll use your low pile cloth to apply, then you'll let it haze, and then you'll use your higher pile cloth to buff it off. So I'm going to apply a small amount to my low pile microfiber cloth, and then working in sections, I'm going to rub in circular motion here on this lower body section of this Les Paul. I'll come around, and you can see whenever the polish starts getting thin, so you'll know that's about as much as an area that you're going to be able to cover. So once I've covered the area that I'm going to polish, I'm just going to let it dry, and then I'll come back in with my high pile microfiber cloth, and I'm just going to buff it right off. And that's going to leave a beautiful, smooth, polished finish. Looks just like the day you bought it. So I'm going to go ahead and apply my Pro Strength guitar polish to my low pile microfiber cloth. Just a small amount there. And go ahead and put this onto the back. I'm going to rub in a circular motion, applying it evenly across about a half of the guitar's back. I can come up here if I have a little extra. I can come up, bring it down onto this area. And I'm just going to come back through, give one more rub across the entire surface. So now that I can see that the polish has hazed up, I'm going to come in and buff this off with my high pile microfiber cloth, leaving a really nice, beautiful polished finish. So now I'll go ahead and polish the back of the neck on this guitar. The Pro Strength guitar polish is really good for back of a neck. Sometimes they get gunky, they get hand grime on them, and this will help to polish all that off. It even helps to smooth out any light imperfections in the surface of the finish. Now I've got that on there, I'll let that dry. Now I'll come back in with my high pile microfiber cloth and buff it right off, leaving a nice, smooth, glossy finish. So on this acoustic guitar, I can do both the top and the pickguard at the same time. And you want to pay special attention to where your arm rests up here on the body, because that area tends to get hazy and develop a lot of gunk and grime. So I'll let that section dry. Put a little more on here. I come over and do my pickguard while that's drying. You want to be careful on pickguards that have points like this. You don't want to catch that point with your cloth because it can lift your pickguard up. So anytime you're working down there, either come off like so or go across from side to side. Don't drag the cloth up on your corner. So get that all buffed off and clean. And I can come in here, buff off pickguard. And same thing, you want to come off the corner like so. Get all down around your edge in case you got a little polish. You got a nice, shiny, gloss black, clean pickguard. So you can apply a little bit of polish to your cloth. And you can come in and same thing as the body. You just address the pickguard with circular motion, rubbing the polish around on the plastic. And this will not remove deep gouges, but if you have pick residue, and we see this a lot on lighter colored pick guards where people have played with colored picks, you'll see streaks of the pick material. This will definitely clean that off and help to make the pick guard look much, much better. So I put that on, and the same thing, just buff it off with my high pile microfiber cloth. Leaves you with a nice, clean, and shiny surface. So whenever you're using the guitar polish on a finished maple fretboard, it has the added advantage of giving your frets a little shine while you're at it. Very good. So another great use of the Pro Strength guitar polish is all your hardware, including your tuner buttons, bridges, knobs. So I'm going to use the Pro Strength guitar polish to clean my pickup covers. So I'm going to use a really small dab of this on my low pile microfiber cloth. If you use too much, you can get the polish into the screw heads, which is, it's hard to get out. You can get it out, but it's, just kind of a pain. So what I do is I'll usually dab it across the pickup where the screw slugs are not, and then I'll go ahead and clean that area, which distributes the polish on my cloth and on the cover. Then I can come around here and I can clean the other side of the cover. Then I can get inside the screws and I can clean over the top of them without getting a bunch of polish into the screw heads. Come around here on the sides. Be sure and get those. You don't want to forget that. And this is also an area where you don't want to have your cloth loaded up with too much polish, because you can get it down in between the pickup cover and the pickup ring, and it's a little hard to get that out of there. Much better. I would not recommend using it on gold. The gold plating can be very thin, and any type of abrasive polish can remove that gold coating very quickly, so just don't use it on gold. So here's a chrome tremolo tailpiece off of some unknown instrument. We'll go ahead and clean up half of this, and you'll be able to see how well the polish works on chrome hardware as well. And again, it's not going to take out the scratches, but it will clean off all the oxidation and the dirt. So you can see side by side all the haze and oxidation on the unclean side and how shiny and pristine the polished side is. So I'm going to show you how to clean and condition your fretboard using MusicNomad F1 oil. It's very quick, it's very easy, and it's going to make your fretboard look much, much better. So the first thing that I'll do is I will put a drop of F1 oil between each fret. Then I'll take my low pile microfiber cloth and I will distribute the oil over the fretboard, being sure to get right up against the frets. Boy, this fingerboard is soaking it up. It was really needed it. You get right up against the frets, so you make sure you get your oil over all of the wood. And once you've gotten it all rubbed in, come back with a clean part of your microfiber cloth and just buff off any excess. Because the conditioning does last for months, a good rule of thumb is once or twice a year. And that will leave you with a deep, beautiful looking fretboard. So MusicNomad F1 oil also works really well for cleaning built up finger grime off of fingerboards. This is an ebony board. It works really well on ebony, rosewood, any unfinished board. And use the F1 oil to clean and condition this rosewood bridge. So I'm going to take my F1 oil. I'll put a little dab on each one of the wings here. I'll start out on my wings, coming in from the edge. And if I don't end up having enough to get all the way to the center of the bridge, I can apply a little bit more as needed. But you don't want to go overboard. You want to use just enough to cover the bridge. And it looks like just a drop on each wing was just about perfect. So I'll come around, be sure I get my sides, front and back, get right up against the saddle. If you need to, you can fold your cloth over. This guitar does not have a removable saddle. The saddle is glued in, but most acoustic guitars you can just take the saddle out. It's not a problem. Then you'll be able to just go over the saddle slot with the F1 oil. So then I'll come back, buff all that off, and this bridge is properly cleaned and conditioned, looking nice. If you happen to get a little bit of F1 oil on the finish like I did, you can just get a little clean part of your cloth and just come in and just buff it off. It doesn't harm any type of finish, and it's very easy to remove.
To check out all our products, go to musicnomadcare.com.